Okay guys, the speed puzzling event in Slovenia has gone through. It is happening. Well, by the time the video is out, it has already happened. But anyway, I had to, go through some of the Ravensburger puzzles to get ready for the competition because I have not been doing any speed puzzling lately whatsoever. So yeah, I decided to do those three, just, to kind of get back into the speed puzzling mood. Well, I don't know how to say, but yeah. I kind of feel like I got quicker after the Worlds. So, doing 3 Ravensburger puzzles, I was quite sure that at least one of them is gonna be under 1 hour. But, I guess you're about to find out. So the first puzzle I did is called An Evening Walk. You probably recognize this puzzle already. My sister gave it to me. I did it as a no-pick puzzle challenge. And it was really interesting to do it again now as speed puzzling practice. I really thought that, doing the puzzle once is gonna really help, like, when speed puzzling it again. But because I did it so long ago and I didn't have a picture to go with it, I I remembered some stuff, but I didn't really remember a lot. So I think doing puzzle leisurely without really thinking about it doesn't help with speed puzzling. But I think when you do a speed puzzling run and then, do it again and again, what really improves your time is knowing where you went wrong the first time. If I redid this one, I know exactly how I would go the second time around. So I think the only way to improve your practice is not just by looking at the picture and trying to learn the puzzle. Obviously that helps because you can study the picture and then you know where something goes. You don't have to look at the picture all the time. But actually speed running a puzzle is what I think makes the most difference because you know exactly where you went wrong. So you know exactly what to change for next time. So yeah, let's see how I did. So it took me 1 hour and 2 minutes to finish the puzzle, and yeah, I didn't get under 1 hour, but that's fine, it's okay. Even being around 1 hour is really good time for me, so I'm completely happy with that. But you probably noticed that I didn't do count up, but I did count down, which in a way was a little bit confusing because normally when I see, a certain amount of time, I'm just like, I know exactly how long it's taking me to do the puzzle, but then every time I looked at the time, I'm like, okay, so you have to, calculate how much time you have been actually puzzling for. I mean, it's not that difficult, it's only 90 minutes anyway, but yeah, I'm not sure that I like that. Ideally, I would have what they have at a competition when it basically counts up, but then when it hits 90 minutes, it just rings. It would be so much better. But anyway, I enjoyed the puzzle. It was completely different than doing it the first time around. I realized once I took the sky out that nothing stood out for me anymore. I mean, I had to go for textures a lot. There wasn't that many different, obvious colors. There were apples and oranges and there were flowers, which I would tend to avoid to do. I would always leave those for the last, but they were the only ones popping out. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do you a bit quicker. But yeah, I was quite pleased with my time, honestly. It's okay. It's around 1 hour mark, which is really good. I'm hoping to get consistently under 1 hour by next year, which is what I was planning for this year, and obviously that didn't happen, as you saw. So I'm trying to get my average down to 55 to 60 minutes. It's not, huge amounts. I'm not trying to get to 35 or 45, no. I don't think I'm ever gonna get there. But 55 to 60, I think that's doable for the next year's competition, but I think it would be good to practice on as many Ravensburger puzzles as possible. That's why I decided today to just do only Ravensburger, because I also think that those are the puzzles that could be at a competition, because they did ask me to suggest good brands in Slovenia. And well, Ravensburger was one of the 3 good brands that I said, that we can get in Slovenia. So there's a 33.33333333% chance that it's gonna be Ravensburger. So yeah, that's why we are doing this today. The second puzzle I did is called Scandinavian Idyll. I had a really clear plan when going into, doing this puzzle, because maybe it felt like the easiest out of the three, I don't know, it just had so many clear sections, and I kind of decided what I wanted to do before going into the puzzle. But then, when you flip all the pieces over, it's just, sometimes it just happens that you change direction. What can I say? So 1 hour and 3 minutes, well, it was a bit like 1 hour, 2 minutes and like 20 seconds or something like that. It was literally like 20 seconds between the two puzzles that I've done, which is insane. I honestly thought that this one is gonna be quicker than the other one, but oh well. I've already shown that I have no idea how to choose, easy puzzles. But basically the thing that I was talking about earlier, like everything that went wrong with this puzzle. So I couldn't decide at any point like what I want to do. So obviously like I would eliminate the edge, because Alejandro said that he does that, so when he gets stuck, he just goes and do the frame. And then I also eliminated like the rooftop and the red cabin, because it was really obvious to eliminate those pieces, and just started doing that. And then I kind of like got really confused as in what to do after that, because I kind of wanted to do other building stuff, but then I realized it's all across the puzzle, and then I didn't know like if I should do the flowers, but you kind of want to leave flowers for the end because they can be quite difficult. But after I've done kind of the top section and you close the area out and I had the frame done, I was like, okay, I think this is doable now. That's why I did it then. And then for the top, I couldn't decide either. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take everything that looks like a forest. And I literally took all of those pieces and just dropped them in the middle. And okay, there's way too many pieces. I've got no, area from where to work from. And I was like, okay, I'll just do the water then. And I do the water. It's just, everything got really cramped. And I said, okay, I still don't have a space to work from within. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do the mountains. And oh God, there was a lot of confusion and there was a lot of pieces that kept being in a way. I think also doing like the 2,000 piece puzzle and 3,000 piece puzzle didn't help with that, because I kind of got used to, puzzling inside the frame again. But with this one, it kept being in a way and I had to keep moving the pieces. But yeah, I managed to do it, so that's good. And I quite like the time as well. Like, again, I was hoping to get it under 1 hour, but, it's okay. I've got like 9 months for the next year's competition, so all good. Like, I'm not worried at all. It's not like next year is gonna be twice as many people and twice as many better people as well. So I know that my ranking is just gonna go lower every year, but I don't care, because I just wanna go there. It's so much fun. Like, I don't care where I place. I just want to puzzle. I want to be with my friends, so that's why I'm like, the mark that I gave to myself to get like under 1 hour is like, every year I want to see an improvement in myself, basically. It's not about other people. And the last puzzle I did is called Charmant Cottage. So I was really looking forward to doing this puzzle because it kind of reminded me to the one that I already done, the 1500 piece one. And I just really enjoyed the other one, and I, thought I'm gonna enjoy this one too. This one has a lot of different colors, a lot of different textures. So I thought that this is gonna make it quite a lot easier, And then I started puzzling it, and it's just, it was a bit different than I expected. Also, another thing that happened is after 45 minutes, I have to restart the time lapse because I run out of images that it can take in one shot, in one go. And yeah, I forgot to press record again. It's okay because the timer didn't stop, the timer kept going, but it's gonna be cut like literally in the middle. You're not gonna see the end, so it's okay. I struggled anyway, so you're not missing out on much. So 1 hour 13 minutes for this puzzle. That was a shocker. I actually thought at one point that I'm gonna run out of time, which would be completely fine. It would be interesting because I wouldn't know how I would feel like, oh, I ran out of time. But it was really interesting to do this puzzle because I thought that the textures and colors are gonna help me so much. But when I actually started doing the puzzle, I think I made a really bad mistake by starting with the roof because it was so big and I just didn't have anything to go from. I think I would just have to start with the frame, and I kind of automatically avoid doing flowers because I just hate flowers in, you know, puzzles. But I think with this puzzle it would actually help me to start with the flowers because there's so many different ones. It's different color, different shape, different texture. It's so easy to differentiate. Like honestly, when I started doing the flowers, I was like, oh, those pieces, one flower, those pieces, the second flower. So easy. And if I knew that in the beginning, like I know it's like chaos when you have all the pieces flipped over, but I think it would be better to literally do the frame and flowers first. I think your time can depend a lot on the way you basically decide to do the puzzle. I think if I did it the other way around, I would save myself maybe like 5 minutes because I wouldn't struggle finding the pieces to go together because I would have the shapes to go from. So I think that's really important when doing speed puzzling. And what I've noticed with myself is I would always go for like the obvious color and just eliminate it and work on it. I realized that maybe it's not the best idea to go for like the one color that just stands out, especially not if there's a lot of it. So maybe that's the new way of speed puzzling. Instead of going for like the obvious stuff, go for something that like doesn't stand out too much, doesn't have like a color. If it does have, it doesn't matter, but go for something that has really specific color and really specific texture and find all of the pieces and then move on to the next thing. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do for the next speed run. This just threw me off, this roof. I wasn't pleased with myself. It's okay. At least I got some practice in before the competition. So I normally record videos like a week in advance because I need time to edit them and stuff. So by the time this video comes out, like I said, the competition has already happened. It's gonna happen yesterday when the video comes out. But for me now, it's Tuesday, so I've got some time, you know, until the competition, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have no idea how is it gonna go. I'm gonna, you know, record some tapes so I can show you how it went, but I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I never thought in a million years that this is ever gonna happen. Like, oh my God, it feels surreal. And I hope that a lot of people came. I'm gonna talk in the past because it's already happened. So yeah, and I'm hoping that we're gonna be able to do it literally every month. So, oh, so exciting. Oh my God. And I made my sister go with me, so she's got no choice. I need my sister there just in case no one else shows up, so at least I've got someone else to compete. I think there's gonna be quite a few people. Anyway, exciting. The reason why the video didn't come out last week is because I finally decided to paint the walls in my flat. Honestly, it was so long overdue, so I just decided I'm gonna take a week off and, you know, just try to finish the flat. I'm nearly there. I need to put the curtains up still. I've got the rails now. I just need to cut the curtains on the right size and then that's gonna be done as well. So wish me luck, and I know it already happened, but I still have to say it. And you know, I'll see you next week with the video from the competition and the results and everything. So stay tuned. Bye.